Well, it's definitely a different approach, right? Because
That's what I
like
keep
every
saying. When you come
YouTuber,
and use my system, you have to be open-minded. Sorry for interrupting. Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
When you use my system, you have to be open-minded. Don't look,
Yeah, yeah,
and I keep saying this on the channel. Don't look at it like every other system you've seen out there, thinking you're going to talk about support and resistance or price action or whatever.
right,
Be
right.
open-minded. Look at it as something new, something brand new, something fresh. Okay, something you've not seen before. Sorry for interrupting. What were you saying?
No, you're right. Yeah. No, I was saying like most YouTubers, like, you know, if you look at the comment, like sometimes when I first came across it, I was trying to figure out like, you know, as you explained it, you were like, don't look at it that way. But I was like, but how can you not, right? Because, you know, you're so used to the price action and like all these different systems out there that I've like looked at and tried to learn. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, you know, I was trying to break it down, but I was like, nah, let me just pay for it because I think it'll be worth learning. So, the approach is definitely unique. I like that the way of viewing the significant high and low. I mean, I've learned that through price action, but I think your way is like, I really like that way. I don't think many people look at it that way. So that's like a really good caveat. I will definitely add in my toolbox. So I really like that.
Yeah.
And as far as going for like the 3 pips, like it's better emotionally because I guess the more you spend time in the market, the more you open yourself to risk. So the idea of going for like 3 pips is like really good. However, I guess the only thing would be like you would see more significant profit if you have a bigger account since you're only going for 3 pips, right? I guess about you, since you've been doing this for so long, do you just go for your 3 pips or are you so much better now that you tend to go for more pips? You kind of like let it ride.
It depends on what you want. It depends on what you want. You can go for small pips on a large account. You can go for big pips on a large account. You can do the same thing on a you can do the same thing on a small account. You can do the same thing on a large account. It all depends on your goals. If you want to go for small pips on a large account, go for it. If you want to go for small pips on a small account, go for it. If you want to go for large pips on a large account, go for it. If you want to go for large pips on a small account, go for it. What is your goal? Do you want to turn, because I've had a student who turned about $80 or $90 to 800 and something. Okay, I've had a student who turned 2,000 euros to 10,000. Okay, and I've had students who have had like $50,000 accounts and they're consistently making 10-20% a month without taking too many trades. Maybe just some coupled system B trades. So it's all your choice and all depends on you and what you have and what your plan for using the system is. Once you understand your system, once you understand the system, which is very easy to understand, the next thing is to start making plans. What are your plans? What are your goals for trading? Because trading the system is easy. You can grab it in a couple weeks. You can grab it in a couple days of consistent practicing. If you have a friend that you're practicing with, it's much more better because, for example, if you're tired, they're not tired, you'll be motivated because you won't just want to see them work and you're not working. And they won't want to see you work and they're not working. And if, for example, you're seeing something else and they're seeing something else, you know that there's a problem on the playing field. Okay, because it's the same system everyone is using. Everyone is supposed to be getting the same results. Always. Okay, so it's always better to have, you learn faster when you have a partner that you're doing the same thing with. And what was the main question again? The main question, okay, about accounts. It all depends on what you want. You don't limit yourself when it comes to this system. Don't limit yourself. This is why I say ask questions no matter what. You can do whatever you want. It's all your choice. You just have to know what you want to do. Have a plan. You already know the hedging distance, which makes you realize what lot size you can use, what maximum lot size you can use. You already know your maximum drawdown, even before you take. It's all step by step, which is why when we started, I told you to write down the step by step of exactly what I do. And you do this every day without change. I've been doing this for years, doing the same thing for years. Nothing has changed. My system has not changed. I've not changed what I've been doing. I've not changed anything. So you just need to turn it into an habit. That's all.
Right.
And decide what you want.
And like I was like So I think in one of the videos you mentioned that USDJPY tend to be less manipulative than other pairs.
Yeah.
Are your students, do they just stick to USDJPY, or do they tend to branch out and try to like experiment with other pairs?
Most of my students stick to USDJPY. Some of them are hard-headed. They want to try everything. Yeah, because they are used to other mentors telling them, oh, they have to trade 15 pairs. You have to trade 10 pairs to be successful. You have to. How do you want to focus when you are looking at USDJPY and that's Euro USD and like 4 different currencies? How do you track down their strengths? How do you track down their analysis? How do you know when the trend has changed? How do you know when
stressful?
Exactly.
It's stressful.
When you can easily be profitable each month with one pair. So, for example, I do have some students who only focus on gold, very few. I do have some students who only focus on Euro USD, very few. The majority of my students focus on USDJPY.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that too. I was, looking at it and it looks like, it moves a little more safe.
All those panicking things, all those trying to beat the market, all those trying to outsmart or trying to be smarter than the market or trying to do this or do that. That is what happens when you are using a system that doesn't work. That is what happens when you're using a system you are not sure of. That is what happens when you're using a system you always have to consistently update or change or do this. You start panicking, you start doing this, you don't think properly. We've passed the easy method of trading. We are now at the point of where we are talking about drawdown, lot sizes, hedging distance, the best position.
Right.
We've passed all that stage. We are focusing more on the calculative things and methods. Okay, and there's one more thing I want to say also. We didn't talk about. It's about data. Oh, you're in California. Where in California?
I stay in like San Francisco area, the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like about 2:40 a.m. right now. So like when we decided to meet, was it this morning?
Yeah.
I was up at like after 3 and I was like, oh, I'll just go for 3 hours sleep. And I was like, oh shit, I can't I can't wake up right now. So thanks for rescheduling.
All right, no worries. Just keep me updated, send me your charts, whatever.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Okay. So I appreciate it.
And sorry it took so long to